Hi there. So this is bugging me. I have to add to the reflections from yesterday. So Vervaeke, in Buddhism, let's just say, you're trying to get out of the wheel of samsara. You want not to be reincarnated. It's awful to be reincarnated. In Christianity, eternal life is the goal, is the reward for being a good Christian. And CSLewis in what I included in the video before the last one about the Buddhist monks reflected that the one soldier who kills the other, in the afterlife they'd be chuckling about it. Yeah, we just had to do it. That's what we had to do for what we thought was good in the real world, in life, and here we are in the afterlife, understanding that it was necessary. Peterson isn't, obviously a Christian in the sense that you would classify as a traditional Christian, but in Jungian psychology, what you're doing is you're participating in eternal life, in the eternal life of the archetype. So if you become the hero, you are part of that archetype for eternity, and that in a way is like the afterlife, and there is sort of an imagistic quality to the Jungian perception versus the Buddhist perception. You lose your form when you are no longer being reincarnated, if that makes any sense. So that's a difference there between the two approaches to finding meaning in life and wisdom. Vervaeke seems to be more politically on the left, whereas Peterson seems to be more politically on the right. Those are not obviously categories that are all that useful anymore. What is more useful, because remember that left people tend to be low in conscientiousness and people on the right tend to be low in openness, but both are very high in both. And I would say a better way of describing them and why they are both on the same side really is they're both on the libertarian side of the Overton window. And I think the Overton window is a much better paradigm to be looking at. It's very similar in contrasting left and right versus authoritarian libertarian. There's a very similar contrast to looking at subject-object metaphysics and the metaphysics of quality. I think that you could really say that the shift in paradigm is very similar in both of those cases. And so let's go back to Vervaeke and Peterson. Remember that Nietzsche said that no matter how brilliant and great a philosopher you are, you're never going to be completely objective. Your point of, the bottom of your metaphysics is always going to be influenced by your temperament, and this is why I bring up temperament all the time, why I think it's an extremely important factor when you're considering any philosophies. You have to kind of look at the temperament of the person who originates the philosophy and the temperament of the people who follow the philosophy. That being said, I don't think that this is really, I think it's a factor. I don't think it is a defining factor per se. I think that static versus dynamic, authoritarian versus libertarian is much more of a defining factor. So I can't help it. These ideas just keep yielding fruit. So excuse the very, very rough nature of this video, and I will see you soon for my exploration of Vervaeke 16. Okay, thank you. Bye.